That was the first. Now that it's clear I was on, I mean, it's clear I'm on fucking stage there. Andrea's talking there, etc. This is why I got a problem with books. And I've had an issue with him, and he ought to know I've had an issue since that night he decided to threaten people from the opposition when he knows I'm not the threatening type. He didn't care that I had something coming up and that could have jeopardized it. He didn't care, think about any of that. And then I'll be damned if he came around again. I asked him to clear that up, and he wouldn't. So, he hasn't been around, and I haven't been going over there, and I haven't been talking about him. Only very small when his name got brought up or somebody came in the back with name books over at Bambi's. I would say every time you can go look, or if when it was sniped, you can go look. I always said that's not books. Like I always gave him the benefit of the doubt that he wasn't actively doing nothing. But then I saw him talking about me the other morning, and I ignored it. And he's been doing that off and on. Then he uploaded that video. I'm really trying to keep myself from fucking striking, hitting him for violate. I haven't done that, and I'm not even trying to. But where I cross the line is where other people that are supposed to be somewhat friendly, I thought to me, are gonna sit there and believe it. Because you know what the problem is I've had with Gene Team and everything? It's the fact that they can't ever address me in any type. Like they always seem. I don't like how they make scenes and make basically shit for other people that can snipe and then laugh about 'em and say that they're trolling him or this, that, or the third. I mean, why are you making me the butt of jokes? And if you're not doing it intentionally, you have a knack for doing it consecutively. I like Mama Bird. I've liked Bird and all them. I have tried supporting them. Bird and them have been helpful to me at times. I'm not denying they never have. But at the same time, like, this irritates me greatly. And I've tried bringing it up so many different ways. I've tried offering, that I could set up a Zoom where we could all go and meet in person that way privately if we're having problems. So it's not discussed live. They don't ever take me up on it. So, I've done all I can do. They want to keep, going about the same way. Like, I just don't like to be used. Like, I'm already used as the butt of the joke for the fucking ops we're supposed to all be against together. Like, I don't want to be the butt of jokes and lied on about and stuff from people who are supposed to be friendly to me, like books, you know. But every time he always does something that gets me upset, he blames it on his alcohol addiction, which I'm sure is partly the reason, but you can't keep blaming that. Too many times people go, "Oh, that's just book," No, man. I didn't give a shit about him. I wouldn't give a fuck what he says or does if I didn't give a shit about him. But I'm just about to the point where it's not that I hate him, but I just, I'm indifferent. I mean, it's completely, it's uncalled for me, as soon as I come in the live stream, like as soon as I announce myself in chat, I've been there for a little bit, but as soon as I announce myself and people see that I'm there, and immediately like shit starts like, oh, now we gotta, I can't just be greeted with a hey and to continue on. No, now someone's got to books, has got to say something that will get the attention of the people on panel, and now I can be mentioned in the live stream, and people talk about something that makes me look peculiar, and I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't know how many times I gotta let on to these folks that I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't want it done to me. If we're gonna be friends, I don't. Please, like, damn. I don't know how many times I gotta make it clear that I don't want to be used and have a scene made that can be used for fucking content and be given fucking so-called scenes and bullshit that the other side can eat up and pick apart and label how they want to label it. Filthy's already got a video of you books. And you know what it's called? It's called Brown Square Keeping It Real. And guess what you're doing? You're shit talking me. It may not mean shit to you, but it does matter. It means something to me. And if we can't see eye to eye on that part, then we don't need to associate. I know that's what he said. He said it was backstage, right? But the footage he showed obviously shows that it wasn't backstage. And if anyone's seriously going to sit there and believe that I'd sit up on stage and do that, then just don't talk to me. Number one, that's just sick. That'd be like the equivalent of a guy fucking standing in fucking penitentiary surrounded by all these dudes and a nurse or something, and just you know they call that gunning. That fucking is like that's a charge. Like that's fucking sick. I mean, can you imagine like I mean, that's got to take a lot of gall to be able to sit there and do that in front of. And I don't care who it is. I mean, that's not something that I can't even think why anyone would do. Like even with their marriage partner or their love interest. Like it just seems weird. No, they're talking about books. You didn't fight with him though. You blocked him because he came in with the bullshit. See, that's what I'm talking about right now, Ms. Bambi, is how the fact that these people like Gene and them over there, unintentionally or intentionally or a mix of both, end up making these scenes and it gets used for content. And I don't like that. And they let Books fucking just run over there and run his mouth about how I was on fucking live stage of his. And because Andrea was up there and my shirt was off, then I must have automatically been doing something nasty because my shirt was off. Like guys don't ever fucking sit anywhere with their shirt off, especially when they're at home. Oh, so yeah, Books, do you want to talk about you actually admitting and saying you jerked off saying her name online? I mean, we can get to that after I clear up this lie you put out on me, but I have no reason to believe this is a lie. I wish you'd hit the link and come up and share it because I need to put this dude to sleep. Let's see, dumb Gene, here you are with a wrench, but you're gonna allow that shit. I've told you, man. I've messaged you so much, and you just ignore all my messages that are serious. You downplay shit. Y'all don't treat y'all act like I'm petty or bothering you with something that is dumb. And if that's the way you feel, then just stay away. I mean, I've told y'all I don't like to be made fucking joke of shit so that they can get fucking snippets of it and fucking, say shit about it. I'd put a banner up, but if it's fucking actually graphic, I don't want to see it. Come on, Brownie. You ought to be able to edit though and separate the audio. That's just fucked up though. So I mean, I don't know why she'd be lying about that, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, because I ain't had Instagram installed on my phone. That's the only reason. Here lately, you can say that. And here's the thing. Don't. Never mind. Never mind. Don't be trying to deflect it on. I didn't do this or that. Like one message I didn't respond to. Was that a usual thing I used to do? Was not respond to people's messages? Yeah, but you don't have to give them something to snip, though, do you? By using me as the butt of a joke. Hold on just a second. My granddad just said people that got a habit of laughing at you and not wanting to laugh with you probably says a lot about your friendship. No, that's just what he said. Well, I'm sorry I didn't open it sooner. Yeah, but you sat there and you played into it, man. You're like, oh man, I don't even want to say nothing about that. Like, that's acting for them. There wasn't nothing to speak about. There wasn't no situation to speak about, though. That's the fact. We made it up. Point blank, period. It's all right, though. You know, hell, they already make me the butt of every other joke. I mean, why, when I go to Miss Bambi's or other places, they don't do that to me, though. I mean, I'm just saying. Like when I pop over there, they're like, "How you doing? Good morning," Not 5 minutes in, somebody don't say, "Oh, square block me and he's jacking it." Not unless it's somebody from Worky Works or something. That's just the facts. I mean, like when y'all come over here, do I jump on y'all? Not unless it's something brought up and it's like real and everybody laughs. Sometimes there are things to laugh at. I'm not saying like can't ever be laughed at, but when it's like reoccurring like that, it's a habit. And that's not funny. That paints me, they snip that and they snip you saying what you're saying, and they're like, that just helps them try with that. They're already trying to paint me as a creep. I mean, I mean, I just don't get it. I got you, Brownie. I got you, buddy. Come here. You need some dog food, please. Get all your dog food. 3 scoops, ain't it? You might pour that in. All right, let's add these. Hold on. I'm gonna mix them up so you can't just eat only pepperoni. There you go. Trying to mix his kibble up with this little treat I'm giving him.